World champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers had a victory last week on Monday night. They're 7-3 on the season. They're a 2.5-point favorite on the road versus the Indianapolis Colts. The Indianapolis Colts, Jonathan Taylor has been not good, but great. He's the leading rusher in the National Football League, doing a terrific job. But I have one question. Quentin Nelson, their best offensive lineman at guard, has a bad ankle. If he doesn't play, it's going to be tough for this offense. If he does, his leadership ability and his playing ability make Indianapolis a very good football team. Carson Wentz, 18 touchdowns and 3 picks. How can you complain about that? I think it was a solid trade for Indianapolis. The way that they're playing, if they can run the football successfully on Tampa Bay, this game's going to be very interesting. But if you look at Tampa Bay, Mike Evans has 71 touchdowns since 2014. That's more than anybody in the National Football League. He is almost unstoppable, particularly when you get in the red zone. And here's another key for Tampa. The Gronk may be back. He's going to give it a shot with those 5 broken ribs and the punctured lung. He's been out the last couple of weeks. He's going to tough it out and try to go in this game. I think it should be a great game to watch. But I like Tampa Bay giving the points in this game, even though it's on the road. It's 2.5. Tampa Bay wins this game at Indianapolis, Coach. It's going to be a close one. Tampa Bay's going to win the game 24-21.
Well, the Bucs had lost 2 in a row, Mark, until they got the Giants. They won that game quite decisively. When you look at the Bucs, they're outstanding. Their defense, Mark, you can't run the ball on them. And when you look at the Colts, they got to be able to run the ball on the way. So that will be a key matchup between the offensive line versus the defensive line. But Brady's thrown for 3,100 yards, 29 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. But let me say this, Mark. Interceptions can be deceptive. For example, Brady threw an interception last week because it hit the receiver's hands, bounced up in the air, and was an interception that goes against him. But Brady, each and every week, you look and say, wow. Fournette is a real tough wrestler. But we look at the receivers. You look at Goodwin, Evans, Gronkowski, and if Antonio Brown comes back, they are so talented on offense, defense, every phase along the lane. But before you give that game to the Bucs, let's look at the Colts. They average 5.2 yards per rush. Jonathan Taylor averages 5.6 yards, has 13 touchdowns. I know he had 5 of them last week, but he is an excellent running back. Carson Wentz is having an outstanding year, 18 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, but you don't hear much about him. The defense of the Colts has 13 interceptions. They have scored twice on defense. But make no mistake about it, the defense and Pittman are going to have to step up, and I think they will. And because of that, I think the Colts upset the Bucs 28-26.